Welcome back to Danny Harris Arts on this rainy Saturday. You might be able to hear some rain still falling on the roof here. It's about to quit. I hope it does. But then again, it may start coming up hard again here in a minute. But this is going to be a new, like I said, a new project. It's going to be largemouth bass, and this guy's going to be about 14 inches long. And as you saw right there at the beginning of the video, I've already got the blank cut out on the bandsaw. And I don't put that on video just because it's a boring process, and I don't want people to stop watching. But anyway, if you have any questions or comments, you can leave them for me in the comment section below. If you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you consider subscribing and hitting the thumbs up if you like these videos. So I'm going to get the camera turned around here and get started. Okay, so what I've done here is I went in and kind of chamfered some of that off of the with the bandsaw, just so I didn't have as much to grind or to carve off. So this is just the rough shape, and I'll refine it down here, and I'll refer back to the pattern here often. Let's see here. So I got more to go here. Just gonna get it. I'm just using this extra coarse cuts all bit. This is a ball nose cylinder, and it removes a lot of wood fast. And just a little safety precaution: you want to make sure you wear safety goggles or safety glasses, because this thing throws a lot of wood, as you can see here. And a lot of times I'm holding it like this. Sometimes I got my thumb on here going. Just want to make sure you keep your thumb out of the way of it, because it will turn your fingers into hamburger pretty quick. And try not to go over the edge, because it'll catch and pull around if you're coming around. So just be aware of how you're using it, making sure the safe way to do it is to keep your thumb on your work to help as a guide. But sometimes with this big one, it's easier for me just to hold it and get going with it. I've only hit myself really one time bad, where it caught my thumbnail or my thumb, and it looked like hamburger meat there for a little while. But I've come close other times where it just skinned my fingernail or just barely skip my skin. So it'll get you if you're not careful. Just be aware of that. Alright, so I got some gill detail laid out here, and again, this is just preliminary stuff. I'm going to try to start working around shaping the back side of the gill here. All right, so I switched over to this fine ball nose. It's a Cuts-All, and this kind of starting to take out some of the tool marks. It also takes off a lot of wood, but the tool marks are smaller, and I start smoothing it all out, and just kind of eyeballing it. And there's still a lot that needs to come down, and get the pattern on here, and I'll check the pattern. Pretty close here. I'll make a few marks where I need to come down a little bit more. I need to bring this down a little bit right here. This where it's more of a drop, definite drop there. Whole body needs to be a little bit thinner. I think I want him to be down here. We call them little footballs, where they're a little thicker in the body than the average size fish, but I want him to have just a little bit of a gut, but he needs to be a little thinner through here. So I'm going to bring that down a little bit, on, especially on the top of the back here. So I'm going to bring this down on the top here on both sides, but I want to leave just a little bit of a belly. So I'm going to take it down. I'm going to bring him a little narrower on the back, just a little bit. And then I'm going to leave him a little bit of a belly, but it's going to be more rounded here. I'm going to sneak up on it. I'm just going to do a little bit at a time until I kind of sneak up on it. The way I'm doing that, you can see I'm doing one flat plane here. I'm kind of flattening it out, and then I'll come over and take that little ridge it makes off and then smooth it all out. So I'm basically just coming straight down, flat, making a flat plane there, almost like a diamond shape, and then rounding the corners off. Does that make sense? So what I'm going to do now is redraw the pattern on and see where I need to go. All right, I got some detail drawn on here, and I'm going to start bringing the carving down to the detail and start putting some lines in it and start shaping these gills up just a little bit. So I'm going to start up here, top of the gill here. I'm using this tapered cuts-all bit here. This is a fine bit. I'm still going to bring this down a little bit closer to the body, but I want to put these details in here first. Talk about this a minute. One of the things that I have trouble with occasionally, especially on the gills, is putting them too close to the body and not enough definition in the actual gills themselves. So that's why I left this wide for a reason, because I'm going to start bringing it down a little bit at a time until I get the shape I want. So that's why I left it wide, left plenty of material there to be able to do that. But I'm going to start, like I said, I'm going to start putting in detail around these. I think I like the way that's shaped, and I'm going to start putting the detail in around these and then taking it down. I'll draw them on again until I'm seeing the shape that I want to see. And before, when I would do it, I would just draw on the lines, and then I would just use a smaller bit and just kind of highlight the gill structure itself. I may cut down with a knife and then cut in and to give a little relief, but I'm going to make it a little bit more pronounced on this one. Alright, so I'm going to start taking this gill detail down right here. I'm just going to cut straight down here. And I may have to do this a couple times because I want to You might hear some shooting in the background. Up the road here, just a little ways, is a shooting range for our local sheriff's department, where they go out and practice. So occasionally we hear the shooting, kind of get used to it. I shoot out here a lot, so don't really bother me. I always get a lot of questions about this this flex cut knife. This is called a angled skew knife. So if you're looking to get one, I really like it. I don't use knives that much. I use the basic detailed knife, and this is my favorite one actually. You can use the heel of it to cut down a little deeper if you need to. Normal guys that carve ducks use these. They're great feather detailers. And that's actually why I bought them, because I carved a pintail duck. And so I knew I was going to be doing a lot of feather detailing, so I bought me a set. But it comes in handy on these fish too. Alright, so I'm going to smooth everything down with the sander here. Take all those tool marks off the next bit. And I'll redraw the pattern. And then start all over again. I think I'm close though. Alright, it's starting to shape up. Starting to get the mouth shaped where I want it. So what I'll do now is I'm going to draw the details back on the head here. And I'll carve them out one more time. And then if I'm happy with the way they look, then I'll start working on the actual final detail of it. Start the fins and the gills. So I think I'm gonna stop there. All right, that's gonna be it for part one of this. I almost said brown trout. Just got finished with the brown trout, largemouth bass wood carving project, and got the body down to the final shape that I want it. I think it's refined down to where it looks good. And so I'm ready to start adding detail to the mouth and gill area, and then start working on the fins, and I'll do that in part two coming up. But if you have any questions or comments about this process that I did today, actually 3 days I've been working on it now, leave them for me in the comment section below and I'll answer as best I can. Also, if you're new to the channel, I'd really appreciate it if you consider subscribing, and if you want to keep up with these videos, be sure and hit the notification bell, and give me a thumbs up if you like these videos. All that helps my channel grow. I'm also considering entering this guy in the 2024 World Taxidermy Fish Carving Championship coming up here in August up in Iowa. And I kind of got the idea I may do a daily live broadcast from on YouTube. So if you're going to be there, or if you'd like to see a live daily broadcast, let me know in the comment section below, and if I get enough interest in it, then I'll do a live broadcast. If not, I'll just do a video at the end of the day, or at the end of the event, and post it here. So, but I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on part two coming up.